Welcome to Mom and Dad Talks, where our favorite two people are mom and dad. We have the Christmas edition, so hopefully you all like this here. So, our first question is what was your favorite Christmas, mom and dad?
My favorite Christmas was the Christmas of 1971.
Oh,
And for that Christmas, I got the best Christmas present ever in the form of Todd Hunt, my little sonny boy. That was a great, great feeling. You know, the greatest feeling in the world is when you're a dad. Well,
mhm.
Mhm.
that was my favorite.
Well, you know what? I can't come behind anything greater than that because I have to second that
Mhm.
motion. That
What, what,
becoming
what would be your second, mom? What would be your second best?
my second best was, oh my goodness. My second best is going to be in the form of a present from my dear husband
Mm,
in 1999.
mm,
Christmas of 1999. I will never forget it.
mm-hmm,
It was a great big box that had to be opened up. I'd say the box must have been at least 48 inches high
mm-hmm,
and probably 24 inches wide,
mm-hmm,
beautifully wrapped.
mm-hmm,
I mean, it was wrapped very tight and neat.
mm-hmm.
I thought, boy, I said, I wonder what is in that gift box. And I got the gift box with my name on it,
Mm-hmm.
and I tore into my husband. I
Oh,
remember I said, "Why do you have to get? Why do you have to get a gift that's so hard to get into?
Mm-hmm.
Just get a gift so that I can just tear the. I mean, it was beautifully wrapped, so you didn't really want to tear into it, but So I had to. I was just jumping on him for 'cause I couldn't get in it fast enough. It was so
Mm-hmm.
wrapped tight. Oh, I when I unwrapped that box, my husband had bought me a full mink coat.
Mm.
I mean, it took me of course there's a saying, you feel like 30 cents with the three rubbed off. That's what
Uh,
I felt because I had jumped on him so bad before I
mm-hmm,
opened it for being wrapped so tight. And then for him to surprise me with that beautiful gift. And
mm-hmm,
it fit me to a T. And
mm-hmm,
to this day, I'm
mm-hmm,
wearing that when it's cold weather, and I'll be able to wear it tomorrow
mm-hmm.
because the temperature around here is like 25 degrees, if
Woo,
that. And
man.
we have 8 inches of snow.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's my best Christmas next to having my son his first Christmas in December of 1971.
Oh, well, that's awesome. That's awesome. And thinking about Christmas, and you all being parents, you guys always gave great gifts, but you guys didn't. Some people will overspend
Mhm,
and get themselves in trouble. Either get themselves in tremendous amount of debt,
mhm.
or unfortunately, some people will have want my kids to have the last Christmas that they can remember, and they don't pay their rent, or they fail to they get late in their payments. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
my thoughts are that Christmas is a wonderful time of year, and it's unfortunate that people commercialize it.
Mm-hmm.
They show their love with gifts and presents rather than just show their love all year round.
Mm.
So Christmas is a time of caring, family, and get together. Now this COVID has really kind of messed up the get together,
Yeah.
but still we can get online and we can do the second best. We can talk to our loved ones and tell them how much we love them.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I would add on to that
Mm-hmm.
that uh, we know that Christmas comes every year,
Yes. Yes.
and so if we set aside something every month, starting January to December,
Mm-hmm.
to it's when it's time to do our Christmas shopping, I
Mm-hmm.
think that we can avoid a lot of going under the
Mm-hmm.
radar and being miserable after Christmas because we've gone into so much debt.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say that budgeting for your Christmas keeps us out of hot water, and we
Mm-hmm.
we always have had good Christmases because we planned for it.
Mm-hmm.
now, and we've been retired for quite a few years, and our retirement check comes on the 25th of every month. So I tell my husband, I said, you know what? For us, Christmas comes every month, and every day is a holiday because we don't have to work.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you. We are so grateful and thankful.
And so, and I think that's very wise, you know, because a lot of times people think, well, you know what, I want my kids to have this, and I remember most kids really remember is the time you spend with them, the things you pass on to them, the one-on-one where you actually care and hug and love them, and I think people overlook that. You know, gifts. Not saying not to give your children gifts, you know. What I'm saying is, gifts has its place in love, right? Gifts should not be a supplement for love every day. Yeah, were you gonna say, Dad?
That's so true. That gifts are wonderful, but you know, I remember as a little boy, after about 2 days, the gifts are old, but love lasts forever.
Yeah, and I got tremendous gifts. Don't get it terribly twisted, anybody. My parents gave me some excellent gifts. However, it was never a thing of, okay, we can't pay the rent, or we can't get you into school or anything like that. It was always a thing of, it has its place. You're going to get the nice gifts that we can afford, without, you know, the family, you know, getting in trouble. I mean, because I think a lot of people don't understand it. That's showing your children irresponsibility, whether you agree with it or not. I know some people just have a different point of view. Like, well, you know what? You know, it's what I consider a poverty mindset. You know, poor will always be poor when you don't plan to be rich.
Right.
What does that mean? It means, you know what, you always have an emergency fund, right? We have if for those of you who are listening or watching this, we have this thing called Sustain the Change too, where we actually bring people in to talk about how to budget, how to get yourself out of debt, how to make sure that you don't have to ask people and borrow any more money from folk. I mean, that's the problem. You borrow money from your friends and people, getting folk upset after the holidays and having falling outs unnecessary because, you know what, yeah, you want to have a big party or something like that. It's setting priorities. You know, you should not be begging every Christmas or every month for people to do for you when you can do for yourself, especially when you're getting money coming. Everybody has a hard day and a hard time. We got that. But when you have a job and every month's a hard time, you got to reevaluate why it's a hard time. Are you spending more than you're bringing in? You know, and these are things that I think is great. So, you know, I think this is a fantastic talk here. And like I said, I hope you all enjoy this Christmas session here. And, you know, if you think about it, you know, make a better year next year and stuff. But Mom and Dad, before we close out, or anything you want to say before we close tonight?
Again, I'll say my best Christmas gift came in 1971.
And I am going to come right behind him and agree with him. Because without our precious little gift that we were given in 1971, we would be sitting up here talking to ourselves.
Well, thank you. I'm glad that was a great Christmas, because you guys have been great parents to me ever since I've been born. I've had fantastic Christmases, and you guys always made it enjoyable and memorable. And the time I spent with my parents, I love my parents, folk, and I love them because they give good gifts. But more than that, they spent time to impart things to help me become better in life. And I think that's the most valuable thing. Without your teaching and you know, like I tell people, I was dumb enough to listen and stupid enough to try, and that's the best thing I ever done, was listening to my parents. When you got smart parents, listen to them and trust them, folks. Don't fight them. They've been there. They've seen life. They love you more than you love life itself. And the thing about it is, you're going to learn and grow, right? Don't be narrow-minded either, you know, because you're going to learn new things, but you got to have something between your ears, in my opinion. So with that in mind, Mom and Dad, awesome job. And people, subscribe to Sustain the Changes on our on YouTube channel. Look us up on Facebook. Please come out there and just hit us up there. Put your questions up there. We'll try to answer your questions with Mom and Dad. So thank you so much, everybody. And we'll get the email address if you want to send your email address, questions or comments to us. Thank you all for supporting, and we'll see you next week.
All right.